I'm Loudenslager, founder of Lauten Audio, and today I'm going to show you how to change the shock mount bands which fit both the Atlantis FC-387 and Clarion FC-357 shock mount. Okay, so before I start changing the bands, one thing I like to do is I like to tighten the stand mount part just so it's not flopping around on me when I'm changing the bands. To remove the bands, we're just going to unhook them from these 4 points. You can see that one's already unhooked, so it's quite simple. And then the bottom side would just kind of come loose after you do that, and then we can just pull the inner cage out and you can set that aside. Periodically, you do want to check your bands just to look for fraying, especially where they're joined here, or if they're becoming really loose, you should change your bands. And let's go ahead and unhook them from the 4 outer posts. Flip it over, do the same thing for the other side. And it's okay if these wiggle. This is actually going to assist you as you put things back together. So now I want to put my new bands on. And the new bands are going to be a little bit stiffer than the stock bands that come on there, and your stock ones probably are going to get worn out anyway. It's actually a made in the USA shock material, and we actually assemble these here at Lauten Audio in Silicon Valley. So I'm going to go ahead and start hooking them onto my outer posts. One thing I want to end up is where we join the bands together. I want it off center because of where this inner piece is going to go. It's going to be right in the center there. I don't want that to be hooking right on where we join it. So let's go ahead and start stretching our band around our posts. And as you can see, I'm kind of, as I do it, I kind of pull the band with both of my fingers as I do it, because it will feel a little bit tighter than the old bands, especially, like I said, when they've been stretched out. So next thing I want to look for is I want even tension across all 4 of them. As you can see, this one's really loose right now, right? So to do that, I just kind of pull, just try to create an even tension across all the sides. And that's much better. Maybe just a little bit more toward the front here. Okay, now let's repeat the same thing on the other side. Again, I want this, the piece where we join the 2 ends together to be off center. So it's good to start it that way. Hook the band on the 4 posts. So, and then let's check again for even tension amongst all. That one's pretty good. So now I want to put the inner cage back on. And this is where it can actually go either way for you. It depends on where you like to tighten the mount. A lot of people, when they put it on the stand, you're facing the microphone this way, so you're tightening it like this. I like to do it that way. So therefore, when I put my inner cage in, I'm going to have this on the right side, and I'm going to put the inner cage through the top, and then begin to hook these 4 hooks, and then I'm going to hook my bottom hooks. So go ahead and hook these, and then try to make it so that it's centered. Let's flip it back over and just push down. And one thing you can do is I can push down on the top piece in order to make it easier to hook on these, because then again, these bands are a little bit stiffer. Again, pushing down. And my last one, again, I'm going to push down on the inner mount and create the hook. And it should look, pretty level and even. Same thing with here. Tension's pretty even. And that's it. We replaced our bands on the 357 and 387 shock mount.